Southern governors finally show interest and support for Sunday Igboho, dares Buhari to arrest Sunday Igboho. Southern governors have indirectly shown support for popular Yoruba activist Sunday Igboho, whose house was invaded by the Department of State Security (DSS) in the early hours of Thursday morning. The Southern governors met on Monday in Lagos to talk about the security problems facing the Southern region, and during the discussions in Lagos, the governors insisted that any law enforcement agency carrying out an operation in any of the states in the South must take permission from the state governors, who, according to them, is the chief security officers of the state. And this statement issued by the Southern governors may also be linked to the incident which involves the house invasion that took place in the house of popular Yoruba activist Sunday Igboho in Ibadan, Oyo State, and which involves the death of 2 people, and while 13 people were also taken in capture by the security agencies without the approval of the state governor. However, it still remains to be seen if security agencies will actually listen to the Southern governors by seeking permission to carry out any security operations in the state. Why won't they? Why won't they? If they can stick firm with their decision, they will not even try to step a foot in the border that link to the state. It is because they have been trying to listen to Buhari. It is because they have been trying to listen to Buhari. If they remain firm, strong in their decision, they don't have the right. They will not try it. They will not. So let them remain strong in that decision. Let them remain firm in that decision. They will not try it. Is this not what our Southeast governors supposed, the decision our Southeast governors supposed to take? They kept giving access to the soldiers to invade the states and cause unrest. It is your state. You are the one in charge of the state. You are the number 1 person in that state. If anything happens to that state, you will be the one they are pointing accusing finger at. It's just like what is happening in Nigeria as a whole. You can see that all accusing finger is pointing at Buhari. Whereas we never knew that we have someone underground who have been brainwashing the president, giving him false information. And Buhari on his own, because of the level of his education, could not carry out proper investigations before carrying out or executing any of those advice. And the person happens to be Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, and some other aides like that, Garba Shehu and all of that. You see that? So it is possible. It's going to be possible. The way Buhari was elected is the same way these governors were elected. So they can decide that this is what they want in their state. These are the people they want to come in the state. You don't grant free entry and free exit in your state. It is dangerous. By doing that, you will end up accommodating criminals. Look at what happened in Ogun State one time ago, where Operation Amotekun caught some Chinese in a forest, checking oil. You can imagine, these people can be so crazy. Someone's forest, and they didn't take permission. So when they caught them, they was like, who gave you the permission to be doing what you are doing in this forest? And they were blunt enough to speak the truth that, well, we never got any permission from anybody, not even a letter was written. But since they are Chinese people that has companies here in Ogun State, that they decide to, invade the forest and carry out this research. It's crazy now. You see, That is why it is not ideal for us to be accepting every Dick and Harry in our states. Can they, the Chinese, grant you a free entry into their states the way you Nigerians grant them free entry in your country? Can they? Will they? You go to the embassy and see the guidelines. The guidelines and the conditions before gaining entry into any of the international country. London, US, China, Japan, Germany, and what have you. But you Nigerians, you grant them free entry, and that is why till today we are still very backward. We have not been able to attain development. There is a problem, a very big problem, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. You understand now? It needs to be addressed. My viewers in the house, let us not give in to these tricks. All these things are tricks. I concur with the decision of the governors. If only they can stick on it. If only they can stick on it. They should not allow themselves to be deceived. To be deceived by Buhari. Let them remain strong in that decision. That's why I love what Akeredolu told Buhari now when he made a decision that Fulani herdsmen will leave Ondo, and Buhari have to challenge him and say, who gave him that authority? Imagine, you are challenging a governor of a state that owns its own state. That who gave him the authority to decide that the Fulanis are not going to stay in the state? Can you imagine? Because you are a president. You are a president of a country and not of a state. Your decision, your power has a limit. A limit. You cannot be controlling their state for them. You can't be controlling their state for them. If the state is having a problem, it is they that will be questioned. And you, Buhari, will join those that will be questioning them to question them. And you even will go ahead to probe them because you don't have human sympathy. You will probe them. So leave them to manage their states. Leave them. Allow them. Allow them. Do you understand? Allow them. Okay, so my viewers, please let me hear from you anyway to know what you have to say about this very issue.